Hello, hello, and welcome. So, I want to give you today just a little tool that you can use to really just snap yourself back in to power. So, you may or may not be familiar with rampages, which I have to say, when I first heard that term, for me, it was just like, that wasn't always a good thing in my mind to be on a rampage, but this is in the most positive and abundance driving way possible. So I just want to say that. Uh, so I will give just a little background on on this, and then I'm going to actually give you an exercise that you can take away and use for yourself. Both a recording as well as some guidance on how to create these for yourself in the future. So ultimately, the goal of this is to shift your energy, just like the title says, shift your energy, shift your results. And it's a 5-minute rampage or 5-ish minute rampage to attract more of what you want into your life. Um, so ultimately, a rampage, it's like affirmations kind of like on steroids. And it's different than affirmations because it will actually shift your energy and your self-concept in the moment. So what I have found, I do a lot of work with people around limiting beliefs, emotions, embodiment, like that. I'm an embodiment mentor, and really feeling things and moving the feeling things in our body and moving the energy and emotions through our body. So emotions are really important, and many of us were not taught how to properly express ourselves, how to hold big emotions, how to move them, and oftentimes we were taught that they were wrong. You may have seen content of mine that I've posted about a nickname that I had when I was a kid, and it was Wendy Weiner. And my name is not Wendy, but that was just a little funny name that my parents had assigned me when I was little because I was a really had big emotions. And to be completely honest, my family, my parents, they themselves, struggled to probably express their own emotions. So they didn't know how to handle it, and they gave me this nickname. So for me, I always thought like emotions are bad. And they're not. They're not, and that's such a it's such a bad thing to tell a child, right? And I'm not shaming my parents at all because they were amazing parents in so many ways, but you don't know what you don't know. And growing up, we didn't realize how important these emotions are. So now, if you're watching this, you're likely, kind of in that middle age, like 30s to 60s kind of thing, kind of age range, and you've started to feel a lot of things and maybe a little bit of misalignment with everything that you've been or felt or learned growing up. So those limiting beliefs, those emotions, stuck emotions, become stuck energy in our body, and stuck energy not moving through our body leads to anxiety, ruminating thoughts, physical ailments, so many different things. But we're going to focus more on, the what it leads to in terms of like stuck energy, ruminating thoughts, limiting beliefs, all of those types of things. You need to feel your emotions and express it and like feel them first, because you can't move them permanently, especially if you don't understand what they are first. So I just want to preface with that. So rampages are in the moment exercises that you can use to help you move those energies in your body, those stuck emotions out. But I do encourage you, oftentimes, like if there's feelings of tension, like just feeling into your body, if you feel that, first, do some maybe meditation or kind of somatic exercises to really feel into your body before you do a rampage, to really just set yourself up, because it's not going to just, it will shift the energy. Um, but if there's something there for you, a lesson to learn, etc., that you need to know, it's going to make your rampages a lot more effective in the long run if you understand what and why you're shifting. And I think that's a problem, honestly, with affirmations that I faced in the beginning. Like affirmations work, but if you don't really um, believe or understand what you're saying. You're like, yeah, I want $1 million, but then you're just like saying that, but you haven't done the identity work to be the version of you that makes $1 million. It just feels like you're telling yourself fucking lies. And that's why like the emotions like that come up around that you have to deal with so that these other tools that you're using actually stick and don't just work for like 5 minutes, but they work long term. So Rampages, but it's a quick exercise that you can do to just help you shift emotions and energy in the moment. And to do that very quickly. So you can go from a place of frustration. And these oftentimes when you don't have time to like sit and process a lot of emotions, a rampage is a good way to just shift yourself, but still do come back to that emotion, to that feeling later. When you can do it in the moment, it often is more powerful, but do come back to it. But if you just need to shift your energy in the moment, rampages are a great way to do this. So I just wanted to kind of explain the concept of that. You might be familiar, you might have done some before, but it can really just shift you from a state of lack, of fear, those feelings of tension and anxiety in our body and like the stress, to abundance, to gratitude, to feelings of ease, which then open us up to receive the things that we want, to be our 5D selves. Because that's the thing, like what you want, what you're working towards, whether it's more flexibility and freedom, whether it's more money, whether it's, unwavering love, and a partner that just like loves and adores you. You can't attract those things that you want when you're in a state of lack, of fear, when you're in the opposite frequency or energy, emotions of what you actually want to feel. So if you want to feel loved and accepted and adored, and you're like, I'm just a big fucking piece of shit, I look like shit, my body is terrible, why would anybody be in love with me if that's the underlying thing? Like, we don't want that. That's not going to attract. So these are going to help you rapidly shift those emotional states. But again, I'm a big believer that you do need to understand what's at the core of the emotion. So these exercises are best done alongside that emotional work. If that's something, of course, that you want to talk about, that is very much something that I do. And I have lots of different things, from private mentorship to courses and trainings to full-on retreats and masterminds and everything in between, and I can absolutely help you with that. But for purposes of this video, that's not the point of why we're here. I just want to kind of explain the background of the Rampage, of what it's going to help you to do, and why it's so important. Because chances are, if you're doing this, you've been in business for a while, you might have had a lot of financial success already, you might have a lot of the things that you thought you wanted on paper, but you're feeling this compounded feelings of stress. You're feeling things rise up, things that used to work in the past are crumbling around you. It's like the old paradigm no longer feels aligned for you, and you are stepping into a new identity. This identity work, self-concept, like shifting those beliefs in the moment and finding the things that work for you. Rampages are just one of the tools that I use with my clients and with myself as well. But there's so many, EFT tapping, meditation, mirror talk, not like, there's multiple terms for that, but I'm talking about like literally standing in a mirror and talking to my computer, talking to yourself, etc. So again, for purposes of this, we're talking about the Rampages. So I'm going to guide you through a short little Rampage to kind of just snap you back into power here. So this is going to be one that I've created, but just before we go into that, I'm also going to guide you on just how to do this for yourself in the future if you want to. And obviously I can do these as well for you, and there's lots of great resources out there. But when you can do these around things that are really alive and true for you, or the things that you're trying to create, because Rampages, we're not focusing on the negative, we're focusing on the wish fulfilled, the 5D versus 3D version of us. But yeah, when it can be specific, or you repeating it, it can be even more powerful. versus my voice. I am going to do this rampage that that I've recorded, or I'm going to be recording for you now, in first person. So just kind of repeating in your mind to your subconscious mind these things, and just letting it, you don't have to like verbally repeat it, but just letting it sink in, listening to this while you're doing other things, having it on repeat, etc., whatever works for you. But this honestly is such a fabulous exercise, and I would love to hear afterwards how this has shifted your state, whether it was one time or if you did it for a month. I would recommend doing this every day, when you first wake up in the morning, just to set your day out on the right tone, to set that right energy. You can also do it before bed if you want, but definitely in the morning, just to set your day out on the right tone of where you want to go for that day. Okay, as you see, I had to just pause and put my glasses on there for a second. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you, but before we start on this rampage, I wanted to just guide you through how to do this for yourself. So first things first, being specific about the emotions and about the emotions that you want. Well, weigh what's coming up for you now so you know what you're shifting. And then what do you actually want to feel? Like, what do you want to attract instead? So what is a common limiting belief, emotion, pattern like of yours? What comes up around that? You might be experiencing something right now in the moment, so you can just take that. You can literally do this for any of these things. And then what do you want to be happening or experiencing instead? And then what does the wish fulfilled 5D version of this look like, feel like, etc.? What do you want? Because that's what you're going to focus on in your rampage, of course. So this is just one way to do these, and I will probably record more videos in different versions of rampages, because I have done ones that are definitely like more. This is going to be like a hardcore hit it, and then some like softer ones as well. But this is a quick one that you can just do in the moment. So I would say like clip it right here so you can come back to this and do this every day. Okay, so just close your eyes. And I want you to take maybe like 3 to 5 breaths. Deep breaths, belly breaths, just really feeling into your body. And then letting those go. Letting go of all limiting beliefs and thoughts on the exhales. And the inhales, really just bringing in love, abundance, all of those feelings that you're wanting to create. And you can choose to keep your eyes closed with this. You can keep it open. You can listen to this while you're doing things. But I would recommend first thing in the morning doing this. Okay. Everything is always working out for me. It's my default setting. I don't have to force it. I don't have to plan every detail. I just trust and allow things to unfold in my favor. And they always do. It's actually uncanny how well things work out for me. What seems like a problem is just a stepping stone into a better solution. Closed door is just the universe redirecting me to an even better open gate. Everything is always working out for me. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I meet the right people. I hear the right information. I have the right ideas. It's like I have a golden ticket, a VIP pass for life. The universe is ultimately my ally, constantly arranging things for my highest good. I am so supported. I am so guided. Things just fall into place for me all the time. Projects come together with ease. Relationships flourish. Solutions appear as if out of thin air. It's because I expect good things to happen, and they do. I have a deep, unshakable knowing that all is well and everything is unfolding perfectly for me. This knowing is my superpower. It's a magnetic force that organizes cooperation from every corner of the universe. Everything is always working out for me. Even when it doesn't look like it is, I trust the process. I trust there's even a bigger picture I can't always see. And in that bigger picture, I am always winning. I am always succeeding. I am always on my path. I am always in alignment. And any detour is a scenic route to something even more amazing because it's always this or better. Always this or better. It feels so good to relax into this knowing. It feels so good to let go of the oars and just float downstream, confident that the river of life is taking me somewhere wonderful. I am so lucky. I am so blessed. But it's more than that. This is just my nature. I was designed to succeed. I was designed for abundance and alignment. I was built for a life where everything is always working out for me. And I accept this reality with joy and gratitude because yes, everything is always working out for me. That's just how life goes. That's just who I am. Life is always happening on my terms. Okay. And again, just a reminder to come back to this, to do that little exercise, clip that out, and come do that every morning, just reminding yourself who the fuck you are and how abundant you are because things just flow to you easily, effortlessly, and all the time.